dick can work for you, gentlemen. Ice and Eskimos selling game player. Your dick can work for you.
Yes, it can. Cheers.
Another dope volume on my Corona Chronicles. Don't know what chapter this is. We probably up to 14, 15, but these brothers look like they can handle whatever it is. I have the Ice to Eskimos podcast on my show. What's up, fellas?
Cheers.
Ice and Eskimos.
All right, here we go. Come on, break the whole man.
I mean, you know, might as well. I don't got no.
You already with me.
So thank you all for being a part of my Corona Chronicles. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of you all's podcast. I'm a fan of just the discussion, your subject matter. But for everybody who doesn't know you fellas individually, you go around the room, start with my boy Rob Love, and just introduce yourselves to my audience.
What's up, everybody? I'm Rob Love. Follow me, Rob Love Funny. Memphis, Tennessee. Known from New York to California doing comedy, baby.
And I'm Free Soul from Memphis, Tennessee as well. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, restaurant owner, street hustler, and
Dope musician. Oh, that's you.
and I make a little music from time to time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You gonna give them your social media?
Oh yeah, you can follow me at Free Soul, FREESOL. That's on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Free Soul at TikTok. I got all
TikTok
that.
now,
Man,
bro? We learning.
Sasha got you.
You know what I'm saying?
On TikTok.
You gotta check me out. Check me out.
My name is Carlos Sargent. I'm a drummer, masseuse, entrepreneur from here in Memphis, Tennessee. My social media is Carlos_SARGENT, the number 1 on Instagram, and just Carlos_Sargent on Twitter. Thank you for having me.
A world travel drummer. He known, you know, he be with some of
the best.
Some of the greats. He ain't throw his resume out there. Did you slip in there? Give him a couple. Just
I work with
3.
everybody from T. Lewis to A-Ball and MJG to Barkays to Howard Hewitt to Shalimar,
Okay.
to.
Oh, you're the man.
I'm just working.
You can find us at Ice to Eskimos, ICETO.
Yes, let me tell you that I love that name because that just tells me y'all gonna give a nigga anything. We gonna get water to these fish. We gonna get air to this hot air balloon. Goddamn, we gonna get some ice to these Eskimos. So how did that even come about? Like, what was the thought process behind that name?
This guy.
Just knowing these dudes, man, I call them up. I've been knowing Rob since I was a child. I've been a fan and a friend of Carlos since the early 2000s, and I've always just looked up to him. I thought both of them were they're like not much older than I am, but they're like big brothers to me. They've always been people that I've looked up to. And when I came back, I've been in California for a little while. When I came back in town, it's like we gravitated towards each other, energies. We've always known each other, but it just seemed like something was bringing us together. And one day I was just thinking, man, we dope to do a podcast with Cosmic and Rob and myself. And then immediately just the idea, you know, we'd be, you know, talking, hustling and talking shit. So it's like, what's the best way of really painting that picture? And I was like, you know, we sell fire in hell and Ice to Eskimos. And I was like, man, that's it. Ice to Eskimos, you know, and it just kind of came like that. It's just something that I felt like really fits our personality, fits what we are. We all have different backgrounds, different perceptions of everything. And, you know, we're all 3 people who kind of make our own living, make our own way. You know, all 3 of us are jobless in a way, you know, even though we will take jobs, you know, we just kind of hustlers in a way. And I think the way that we live our life is something that, you know, should be sold or should be told or should be put out there. So
share it a little bit.
There we go. Share
it. Yeah, most definitely.
Sprinkle a little bit.
Sprinkle a little something.
I'm all for that. So I would love to know what is the vision, or, you know, where do you all really want to take it? Like I said, I'm a fan. I love the flow. I love the the conversation. Like, you know, you guys really dive in. You guys really dive in. Where do you want your podcast to go? What do you want people to take away from it?
Well, we think we have a unique perspective.
Is the door open?
I'll make sure.
We feel like we have a unique perspective where, you know, you got three brothers talking from a different perspective, you know what I'm saying? And then we talking on topics that everybody not usually on. So, I mean, I think, and, you know, I think we trying to just give a new perspective, you know what I mean, and take that as far as it's meant to go. I mean, you know, of course you want 1 million followers and all that, but really we just want to give a good image, represent a different image, a different point of view, and just let it be known that it's not one side to, you know, men of color or, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote black men. We don't even say black men or claim black men to the degree like that.
Right.
So, you know, just share our story.
Yeah, I you know, it's not really like you said. You know, of course we would love 1 million followers. We would love, you know, whatever we can get from it. I think for me myself, it's a great place for me to kind of release. I don't like posting anymore on Facebook. I don't like arguing with people on Twitter. I'm kind of. It doesn't do me any good. But so I've learned to save all that up and put that out each Wednesday with these guys. So for me, it's kind of like a stress reliever. I've also learned a lot about myself and my perception. And talking to these dudes, I've grown. I've gotten a lot better. So to me, that's what it's really about. And we can just do that and turn that into something that people like. And that's the thing that really blows me away is that each week we meet people, we run into people on the street that are saying they're watching it and how much they like it. And that's really what's blowing us away. Because really, I'm just sitting here talking to our buddies. And I think sometimes I feel like we all the same. Like, you know,
Right.
You know, and so I think for me, the more and more people will like it, I think, and, you know, the more and more thoughts that we have, the more and more we'll grow. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
All right, now look, let's pass it over to the brother to see if we can jump in on his rotation. Okay. Let me just jump in on your rotation.
More than welcome. That's what she made your perspective.
I get it. What I look forward to is just the expansion of this product and of this brand. 3 different personalities, 3 different perspectives, with 3 different visions of life as men, and we can sit down and discuss it. And we are brothers to heart, and we don't always agree. And I think that's one of the aspects about the show that I love is that we can disagree down to the bone. But in the end, we're brothers, and that love will never change. And what most people don't get about our podcast is we always sit here another 30, 45 minutes after we go off the air and discuss shit to a whole nother level that we always end up feeling should have been on the show or should have been captured. So like what the public sees is just a part of it.
So, of course, anybody who watches my show or fans, you guys know that I've been rocking with Rob Love for a minute. He's been on my show. I've been on his podcast. And one thing that I can say, out of the people that I talk to, Rob Love, I love talking to you. And I love talking to you because you take the conversation to a place that I feel like a lot of other people cannot. You're like that. Rodney Perry's like that. But I feel like it's a very slim few who can dive in, who can dig deep. And when you and I talk about sex, boy, I just be like, hold on, maybe I should get a notebook and get some notes going. You know what I'm saying? Like, is Rob schooling y'all out there the way he be schooling me sometimes and hipping me to this shit?
Well, I just know that these guys are just like that energy. These guys, like he said earlier, we challenge each other. We share different perspectives that may enlighten each other. And that's what's dope. And that's why you were slick drawn to us, because it's a similar circular energy that you can feel. You know what I mean? You know, these guys mentally take me to different places where I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I shared it on another, on stage the other day. These guys think that you pick your parents. Like you know what I'm saying? And that's a deep thought. It's a deep thought. You know what I'm saying? And if you're willing to be deep, then you can receive, you know what I mean, deepness. So
with Rob, you know, talking to him is cool as hell because he's open-minded. He's passionate, about what he believes and what he thinks. And
Hella fast.
you can't change his mind necessarily, and that's not the goal. But when he does change his mind, when you have given him something different to think about, you know, he's helped me to realize that that's cool admitting that. You know, like, you know, hey man, that's deep, bro. Hold up, you just got me rethinking that.
I never thought about it that way.
You know, so that's one thing I really enjoy talking to Rob, is because I feel like a lot of things he feels and does I disagree with. Initially, we disagree a lot about things, but it never bothers our relationship. We can have that conversation. We can disagree. We can disagree passionately, and then we can move on. Yeah. And neither one of us, neither one of us really cares. Like, you know, it shows us that, you know, you can disagree with someone and
still not have a love
it's okay.
Right.
That's the good part of it too. That I think that we share, that it's a respectful perspective. Go ahead, Los, if you got something to
What I've really enjoyed about the podcast is understanding how others communicate. For example, this brother in the middle, what we're going to do from the outside is shoot this blanket ass statement out there, and it's going to shock the shit out of most people. But throughout our conversation, and more so the after show gathering talk, he's an onion. He's going to give you the whole onion at the beginning. But if you talk to him and listen and peel the layers away at what he's saying and understand that it's not literally the words, but he has another core point. If you keep pulling back the layers, you get to it. And it's the crazy thing is we can disagree, but really we're all shooting at the same shit from just coming from different lanes. And so that's the beautiful part of it. It's just appreciating another person's perspective. And I don't think we're really good at that. I think now it's been a lot of, if you don't agree with me, if you don't see it my way, fuck you, we can't be friends. And it's not about that. That's not, life is not about cookie cutter shit.
Right, no doubt. So let me ask you about some not so cookie cutter shit. Because I'm sure as men, you all do have discussions about sex. Do you feel like you all learn from each other still at the ages you are? Do you feel like you all learn from each other when you had those discussions?
Carlos taught me the proper way to turn it around now.
I mean, I'm just saying, practice makes perfect. What the fuck?
I was flipping them one way. He was like, no, you gotta flip them this way.
I'm the Scorpios here, so they always call me freaks.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, you Scorpios get way too much hype. Okay, Sag is where it's
Ma'am. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna respect your opinion. You have the right to feel you never experienced the Scorpio. Totally different thing.
First off,
what does this shirt say? Cosmic.
It says, I am cosmic.
So, all right, so you're not falling for the Scorpio thing. What is your sign? What would you say?
I'm a Sag. That's why I said Sag is where it's at.
My daughter.
Sag is where it's at. I think Scorpios get way too much hype. Like, way too much. Way too much. Like, whoever came up with that they the ones, they not the ones.
You haven't been down south yet, though, man.
I mean, what you saying? Memphis ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump, Dreads.
Hey.
I was just playing.
Challenge. We'll finish this. Moving on to your next point, man.
I was just playing.
But to answer the question, do we teach each other? I don't know about sexually. I don't know if we teaching each other.
We've had very limited conversation about sex.
We haven't delved
and
that
you were
much
very comical when we did.
into sex. But I mean, again, we are teaching each other. So I guess that wouldn't be out of the question. But definitely we hadn't jumped.
Well, you know, so I asked that because one, men do engage in that type of talk and that type of banter, but then sometimes as men get older, they feel like there's nothing else left to learn. You know what I mean? Like, I did it all, I tried it all, I know it all. But sometimes it can be humbling when you do have another man you could talk to about those things, and you learn some new shit, try some new shit. You know what I mean?
I've probably had conversations. I mean, I think you and I probably had conversations. A lot of conversations, because you know, it's damn near all you talk about. But I'm just saying, you know, like I mean, you know, we've had those kind of conversations. I definitely think men can learn from each other. You know, I'm not
Definitely.
You know, we've had a lot of conversations. I don't think that I can say
I don't
that.
think all three of us have been talked about sex. You and I have.
I may have, like I said, I may have been making it.
And I tried to talk to you about sex before, like I said, but you went weird.
Yeah, I reject.
I
I was like,
I
I want
personally
to.
don't think that men can get to a place where we can learn too much or we know it all.
Some men feel like they can.
But at that point, like, it's over. The ride is over. There's nowhere else to go. You become stagnant at that point, and like nothing sits still. Everything continues to evolve. So why wouldn't you feel that your learning should also take that same ride?
See, that's why you around a dope dude like that, because that
Yes.
type of shit you just be dropping, make you be like, okay, that makes sense. Never stop learning. That's Ice to Eskimos. We're a cheerser right there. That's Ice to Eskimos.
Yeah,
Never
most
selling-
definitely.
Selling game to players, never stop learning.
So, do you feel like that there are still misconceptions that women have about men in the bedroom? Do you think we expect too much or not enough, or do you think that sometimes you may come across a woman with certain notions about how a man should be in the bedroom?
Yo, it's rare to find a woman that doesn't think that, in my experience.
That doesn't expect too much.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean,
But you gotta scoot up to the mic when you say it. I want to make sure.
throughout my whole experience, I feel like it's always was expected for me to show up and show out. I've always felt like women look at you like sex is gonna be good, and it's on you. It's up to you to do it, because if you ain't, get your whack ass up. But a lot of times when you not really into a chick, it's, you know, as I've gotten older and before I was married, I realized that one reason why I got married is that one reason for me was just like, you know, I started losing appeal, sexual desires for a lot of women. It wasn't like, it's just like, you know, not everyone's gonna turn you on the same. Not everyone's gonna excite you the same.
Right.
You know, some people are gonna get more from you than others would. Some people will walk away and say, oh, it was all right, and other people like, oh, he fucked shit out of me. A lot of that has to do with the attraction and the energy the other person is giving off. You know what I'm trying to say? And so I feel like a lot of time, women do lay there and expect a lot of time. You can sometimes excite them in those moments, or maybe they get into it and they stop and they start want to do more. But I think in the beginning, it is on, in my experience, it's on men to initiate the goodness.
I'll say this, and even from a young age, it's always the pressure on the guy. The guy carries the pressure. And again, the thing is that women might not even understand this, is that the fact is you are the goal. So a dude gets to his goal and he like, oh, I gotta come through with a nice game. I gotta come through and finish strong, or my rep gonna be fucked up here, or she not gonna want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's pressure. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, women don't understand it. So all she gotta do basically is get wet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's my job to create that, or to help that.
You ain't even got to do that.
You ain't even, you know what I'm saying?
That's your job too. That's your job.
Get her wet, stay hard,
dig in it.
don't come too quick. Make her come.
Know what to say, when not to say.
Man, bro. It's a lot of work that men gotta do. We don't get the credit we deserve.
Yo. But see, here's where we're different. Also, we don't get the credit, but also we don't get the teaching. We don't get taught that for real. Let's say we walk into a room. It's a woman is going to determine if she's going to fuck with us. It's our job not to talk ourselves out of it. But we think it's all about our gift of gab, our look, our, you know what I'm saying? And it's not. It's just, you know what I'm saying? But that's one of the things we don't get taught as men. We got to learn when to shut the fuck up too and make them chase us too.
Yes.
Because if the attraction is there, they will hunt us.
See, let me ask you a question, because that has sparked the question. That's why our podcast is so dope. Do you feel a woman can be talked out of her vagina?
Yes.
He just said a woman know if she gonna have sex. I just told my daughter, don't be talked out of your vagina. If you gonna give it up, want to give it up. And that's the way you keep your power. The woman
See, the thing about it is when we see you, we know. We know whether or not we want to fuck you. You know what I mean? First off, let me dial that back. If you've made it far enough to get the number, go on a date, whatever, a homegirl wants to fuck you. It's just a matter of, like he said, what you say along the way that either secures the pussy or knocks it out the way for you. And that's the reality. You can say and do things that's like, okay, you diminishing my wanting, you're diminishing my desire. I'm no longer into you. If I see you, of course, that's purely physical. I've sized you up. You kind of know, I looked at certain things. Okay, I kind of have an idea what this brother working with. He might could get it. But if now that you've opened your mouth, you dumb as bricks. If now that you've opened your mouth, you don't appeal to me mentally, you're not funny, you're not charismatic, you're bad with money, you're living in your mama's basement, you don't have no hopes of ever coming up out of it. Like, yes, there are things along the way that you can do and that you can say that, okay, now I'm no longer there. Now you just something nice to look at. I don't want to see what it looked like with the clothes off. But it doesn't start that way. It starts as, oh yeah, he fuckable.
What I'm asking is about the guy who might not be appealing. Can he talk a female out of her vagina? Can he persuade her out of her vagina?
Yes, he can. Okay. Yes, he can. Because then it's not just physical. Then it is more mental than physical. Okay. That's how sometimes you might see bruhs who ain't that attractive. You might see women who ain't that attractive, but they got something mighty fine on their arm. And it's because that attraction, went past what you look like. You got me another kind of way. But to be honest, when we meet people and when we approach people, when you meet and approach a female in the street, you're not, her brain is amazing. Unless you're a sapiosexual, you're not thinking about the conversation first. You go in first with what you see, and then the approach. Then it's the, well, what's your name? And now I'm asking questions. But before the questions come, it's all about what you see on the outside. So in those situations where you have somebody who society or your own standard might deem as unattractive, but they got an ace with them, yes, it was more to the puzzle. Even though you weren't attractive, I took the time to still get to know, or you said something that caught my attention. You got me another way now.
I don't know if that works for us as much, because I didn't know, it's not, you can't talk the dick off of me. I got to,
That's what I'm going to ask. Are you the one who's sapiosexual?
I like you or I don't.
Yeah, I mean, because then it's attraction to
like either your ass is appealing to me or your ass is not appealing to me.
It's called sapiosexual.
I mean, but that's when the attraction is more, you're attracted to the intelligence. Yeah. The intelligence then turns you on. You know what I mean? Yeah, but sometimes, you can really, when you're learning and you have that exchange like that, brains is super sexy. It's super sexy. And just having a conversation with an intelligent person and how deep you can go, like that could turn you on.
I get money with brains, but getting brain from brains, she got to be cute. Like, I can. Of course, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't talk, certain. Woman that I'm unattracted to, I don't care how intelligent I can build a relationship with her, and we can get things, and we can be dope. No, we ain't gonna be
even if she dumb as bricks. You taking dumb as bricks out to meet the people.
What I'm saying
or you gonna leave her at home? What you doing for real?
Well, see, that's the thing is, it's all on me anyway. I don't need much. In those situations, hell yeah. If she's dumb as hell, and sometimes those are the best ones. Sometimes, the freakiest ones can be the funnest ones. Sometimes it is for a man. For me, it's the intelligence thing, the attraction, all that is something that comes deeper. For me, it's a physical thing first. It has to be a physical thing. I'm not going to be able to give it to you if the physical thing isn't there. Now, once the physical thing is there, at first the brains don't matter to me. It's going to be about the willingness. Mm-hmm. How willing are you to do what I want? That's going to be my first thing. And in that, maybe you're not that willing to do what I want, and maybe that is attracting to me. Maybe the way you do it maybe the way you hold yourself back, maybe the way you make me have to chase you a little bit, maybe that does appeal to me.
Yeah.
Maybe then I get to know you a little bit. Maybe, you know, the way you think and speak to me turns me on even more. You know what I'm trying to say? But, yo, you got to be cute in the beginning. I think that's a woman thing. I really do. I think women don't care about appearances as much as they care about the brain, the conversation. I think men eventually get there, but at first, what you look like?
I don't know. I don't know.
For me,
I
it's
don't
been
know. I beg to differ. A lot of us women, we are superficial. Then I'm a lot of us are. And a lot of us will date a dude just because he fits the description of what's appealing and what I want to have on my arm at the time. I think it's very mutual.
I'm okay with that if she's fun.
Well, there you go. Well,
You know, I think it's fun. It's okay. You know, we'll figure out the deepness later. But that's just me, though. I'm free.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys just one last question. I'll let you all answer individually. I know you all have a dynamic show you got to get to put on. So we're gonna start with you, Scorpio Dreads. Changed your name about 3 times.
I see that, but I know you.
What would be
Like,
for 2020 coming out of this coronavirus? What would be your best sex advice?
best sex advice?
Yes, coming out of the pandemic. What do you think is the good thing that people need to keep in mind now?
Wow.
That post-pandemic sex about to hit different. I'm just saying.
But
About to hit different.
The sex never stopped for me. So like talking to people that may be on lockdown and itching and waiting for it, I would suggest be safe, be careful, enjoy yourself, be creative, make the shit cosmic as fuck.
Cosmic as fuck. I need that on a shirt.
Yeah. I'll have that soon for you. Yeah, don't worry. It's coming soon. But like, and then for those who have never stopped having sex during this time, continue to do what you do, continue to make it great. Here's the thing, sex will always be great as long as it's creative and spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
I think women like planned out things, and me as a man, I've never given my best having a planned night for sex.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm gonna blow your mind, it's gonna be so fucking spontaneous and unexpected, and that's just how it works. So people have to find what their magic is for them and try to work it with their spouse the best way they can, and like vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my advice.
Let Carlos talk more. Let him talk more. If we talk about sex,
wow. Okay.
We're gonna go free. You want me to give sex advice for 2020? You want me to wrap it up, or you want to wrap it up?
I'm gonna let you wrap it up.
Okay.
I would think that is a good advice coming out of Corona. Wrap it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of babies popping out. Too late.
Definitely wrap it up. I don't know, man. Coming out of it's the same thing, man. You know, just be safe, have fun. If it ain't fun, what the fuck we doing? You know,
right?
If it ain't fun,
and stop being lazy.
Yeah. You can be lazy. Like, I'm cool if you lazy, if you wait enough. If you wait enough, you can wait. Because I can see, let me tell you what I'm trying to get to. Let me tell you what I'm trying to get to. I don't need spontaneous. Spontaneous is great, but you can plan it out for me. You got to get away because baby daddy going to be gone today at 7. You know to call me. I got to be there at 7. Man, I can be excited about that all day long.
Bullshit.
I can be excited about that all day long. And then I can be getting there at 7 and I can be ready to perform. And I can give you exactly what you was planning on and waiting for all day. Spontaneous works too, but planning out is fun. It's like, ooh, we about, at 7, 9 at night. And I can look at the clock and have a conversation with niggas like, ooh, 30 minutes.
He's so persuasive. First I was like, hell no.
He's such a salesman.
I'm letting this dude. He might have
It's right now.
And she wet enough, right? She's sexy enough.
Back to the
And
lady.
she motivates enough through sounds or encouraging. She can be lazy. Cause I got things. She stayed right there.
So
Just stay right here. Oh, I ain't nothing all night long. Stay right here. Stay the fuck right here. Don't just lay your ass right here. Don't move a fucking thing. And I will work the shit out of this spot right here.
Yeah,
all different types of ways.
I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying? You can
literally
literally lay there and then go to fuck sleep.
She can be lazy. See, that's what he meant by he's not clear. Like lazy is cool, the blanket statement, it just hit the wall like, hold on. But he talking about she can be lazy. The dude, you can't be lazy.
If she's hot enough,
I know on the halfway I agree, but on the half I disagree like a mug, though, bro. Like, don't just lay there. Bitch, you not a corpse.
Eventually, yeah.
That's like going to church and wanting to feel the Holy Ghost, but you just sitting there.
But this like
You want to go to church and feel something, but you just sitting there.
Hold on.
How's something supposed to happen? You just sitting there.
Shit's happening down there. Shit's happening, bro. Shit's
On
happening.
a whole life of its own.
Rob, you got it.
Let me tell y'all before I wrap it up. He is treating her like a blank canvas. So he is the artist, and he is doing with her body as he is.
She gonna love it.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying. Is sometimes you need to come to the party ready to praise dance. In this particular situation, my guy talking about a canvas. She a canvas. Let my guy work. All right. So the way I'm gonna wrap this thing up is man, have fun. It's needed. Sex is needed. You know what I mean? Appreciate your outlet. Appreciate you talking about it. Conversation needed. My guys have already said be safe with it. But sex is important. That's how it happens. I don't care if they trying to stop the black race or whatever. We have more babies. So keep nothing and keep doing what you gotta do. Enjoy it though. Like don't get pregnant by a dude that you ain't happy with the dick. Like this.
Unless he got a lot of money and he gets take care of you, ain't nobody gonna stop you from your husband.
See a different perspective that made great sense.
And then I have one last thing to add to that. For those that are any kind of way spiritually deep, you can use sex as a creation process.
Yes.
Having a moment with that special someone, you're supposed to visualize the things you want.
Wow.
And be in those places. Like your vision board, you're supposed to bring that to mind. You're supposed to put yourself literally there. If it's an office, if it's a salon, if it's a car, if it's a house, whatever the situation is, you're supposed to mentally put yourself there while you're doing the act. And as you work towards your orgasm, you're birthing a creation. So it's not always just about fucking and busting a nut. That's why we have to
come through, Scorpio.
About what we're doing and when we do it and what we think about.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that, baby. If you watch this, we gonna try. For real, we gonna.
In our world, they call it sex magic. But
what would you imagine?
See, you just taught that bruh something. See what T Gray do?
Everybody be on one accord.
Right, but I'm saying that's your
Fuck
body's
in the
supposed to be
car
on.
and imagine it's a Ferrari.
Hey, I manifested 2 Range Rovers doing it.
Hey.
Do it again.
Your dick can work for you, gentlemen. Ice and Eskimos selling game player. Your dick can work for you.
Yes, it can. Cheers.
Yes, thank you all so much for hopping on my Corona Chronicles, you guys. I truly, truly appreciate it. This has been fantastic. I can't wait to talk to you guys again. I know it's gonna happen. I got so many platforms, so many shows. Just me and you. I'm pointing at you. You don't know I'm pointing, but you know.
We know who
I got to bring you my platform because I have a show now, you guys, that is just sex and not the comedy. So, we got to dive in. We got to dive in. But this has been phenomenal. I want to make sure that everybody definitely checks out this podcast, Ice to Eskimos. You're going to walk away laughing. You're going to walk away learning something. You're going to walk away with some profound shit. Sitting on it brings you to so many different places. It's like a roller coaster ride, but it's definitely one that you want to enjoy. You want to have fun. Make sure you check these fellas out. Make sure you follow them individually, and make sure you follow their podcast.
Follow me individually.
Free song. Free song. Thank you, fellas. Y'all have a good one.
We want to have you on our show too.
I'm coming. That ain't nothing but a word. Rob got my number. That ain't nothing but a word. That ain't nothing but a word. I'm down. I'm there for it. Yeah, I support you guys. I can't wait to see you all flourish and blow this shit way up.
Thank you so much.
All right. Y'all have a good one. Have a great show.
Good seeing you, love. Thanks.